Welcome to Extra Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
We're lounging on a bench.
Oh, we don't need to.
Now we're getting up from
We're just
the
in
bench.
Wales at the moment.
Yeah, it's really nice out here.
Very pretty.
So we thought we would take a moment to enjoy the scenery before we walked over to this monstrosity called the...
Range Rover Sport SV. And
Sorry, why is it a sport? That is thousands of years old.
Sorry, ground. Why is it a sport? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, it looks the same size. What is it, like 10 centimeters shorter or something?
Shorter. We've driven the Sport. We've already been in the Sport.
Yeah.
This is the SV.
Yes.
Okay? And so we've done a normal big Range Rover SV. And when we did that, we explained that now, if it has SV, that means it's enhancing the characteristics of the car. So with the normal Range Rover, that enhanced the luxury. And seeing this is the Sport, the SV, because there's no SVR anymore, the SV enhances sports characteristics.
What does this stand for again? Special Vehicle.
Operations.
Well, it doesn't though.
Special vehicle then.
It's just a special vehicle. Well, they're saying it is anyway.
Can you tell it's an SV?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, all right.
Because there's carbon fiber friggin' everywhere, right?
It's actually not everywhere it could be.
Yes, it is. They've made the badge pieces of carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, wait, pause for a second. What is that sound? That is one hell of a car up there.
I think that's William Wallace shouting.
Oh, that sounds good. Holy crap. Anyway, distractions. Sorry, back to the Range Rover with the too much carbon fiber.
I thought you were going to correct me and say William Wallace was Scottish. Whew. Made it through that one. So yes, the hood is entirely carbon fiber.
It is, and they've just unpainted a bit of it
It's exposed.
to remind you.
A little bit of leg. But if you
Yeah.
open it, you can see the whole thing.
That's usually how legs work, yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, so the front of this is quite good looking. I really enjoy the design.
so it's lost the blade. That's the way to tell it's an SV. There's a blade here, and there was a blade on this side vent here.
You got really close to my ear there. Don't you want more blades?
No, because when they do SVR stuff, they increase the gape, right?
There's a lot of...
They increase the... So
okay.
now there's more room for aero. Everything gets a bit more like, like the RS6 and the
Yeah.
F-Type SVR, they sort of, the mouths get bigger. And that's sort of what's happened here. But when I said that there's not carbon fiber everywhere, these are 23-inch wheels, but they can be had in completely carbon fiber.
Really?
For $10,000 US.
Okay.
And you can get carbon ceramic brakes for $9,000 US.
Yeah.
So this is an edition one. It starts at 181,000 US.
Yes.
And then from there you can easily enter the 200,000s.
And this has a twin turbo V8.
It has the BMW source 4.4 litre twin turbo V8 that we had in the normal Range Rover SV.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
because this is the Sport, it has more oomph. So it's 626 horsepower.
Just
this.
keeps going.
It's a big vehicle.
It's a big
and
vehicle.
Out here in Wales and England,
It's bigger somehow.
it feels very, very big.
So this is a super SUV. It qualifies as super SUV.
Yeah.
And they're usually compromised.
Yes.
Should we drive it and share our thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we are on some roads in Wales that are very nice.
Okay, 626 horsepower at your toey tips.
My toey tips. All right, can I shift manually? Is that fun?
Well,
Let's
hold on,
find
you got to
out.
press the SV button.
Oh, well, what am I doing here? Oh, it's all got your greasy fingerprints on it from earlier. What, you eating crisps and
And mangoes.
mangoes?
Yeah, it's not greasy, it's sticky.
All right, are we in SV mode now?
No,
Oh, there it is. It goes red.
it goes red.
That's actually
your
quite a-
paddles are glowing red now.
Oh my God.
And the gauge
The
cluster.
gauge cluster is red.
That tooth onto it. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
So apparently this is good for a 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that moves.
And you probably noticed we're in some sportier seats than we were in the normal Range Rover SV. These are
Yes.
the more buckety things. They're cool. They look cool.
Well, they also have a very special feature.
Yes, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I
okay.
feel like we should save that.
All right. We'll save that for after we talk about the performance, of which there is a lot. Oh my
Immediately
God.
it feels like a big soft bear. This doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like an aggressor.
bear.
It's just a big bear.
Okay.
But it doesn't feel hardcore. Do you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't feel. You're right. It doesn't feel overly stiff, like on impacts.
No.
But it does feel very stiff this away.
Yeah, there's a lot of bounce. Well, this has a special, so the normal Range Rover Sport has 48 volt anti-roll bar special stuff going on
Yep.
to help pitch and dive and roll.
Yep.
And then this has an even more advanced system
That doesn't use sway bars at all.
that doesn't use anti-roll bars at all because it has the hydraulic stuff on each thing.
Basically, it's linked all the dampers together, kind of like a McLaren in terms of like philosophy.
But there's a few cars now. You know, Margot Robbie originally told us about the Pura Sangue didn't have anti-roll bars because of how good this other technology was.
Yeah.
Now the Panamera Turbo's got this new technology that also doesn't need anti-roll bars.
Right.
But in this car, I kind of miss them.
You kind of miss the anti-roll bars?
Yeah, but
Why?
at the same time,
Explain to the audience what you mean.
we've just been jostling a lot.
We've been jostling.
It's
That's the word of the day.
It's a jostler.
It is a jostler.
And so is the normal Range Rover Sport. You feel that rear wheel steer?
Yeah, the rear wheel steer definitely helps. We have this, an Alpine A110, and an Audi wagon. And this has got by far and away the best turning radius of the three.
Absolutely the best turning radius. So they've also shortened the steering ratio on the SV versus the normal Sport.
Yeah, it definitely turns in a bit quicker, which honestly I think is what's causing it to be a little bit too sensitive.
Yes, especially comparing this to the RS4, just on these long highway drives we've been doing.
Yeah.
You're doing
You have to do a lot.
more management on the wheel.
You know what it reminds me of is the X5M competition, where the suspension was very stiff and the steering was very fast. So that means any little side-to-side bump that happens will cause you to move your hands on the steering wheel a little
Right.
bit, which causes you to move side to side.
Because the steering ratio is so short.
Because it's so short.
Yes.
So it's just, you kind of feel like you never stop moving.
I do feel like, and I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like going from the normal Range Rover to the Range Rover SV, to the Range Rover Sport, to the Range Rover Sport SV, the Range Rover lineup has never been so similar.
I could not tell you the differences between them. I don't, like, in other words, by my memory. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that one was this. No, it's not that.
They all feel like
They
they've
all
got,
feel about the same.
Yeah, this interior is similar. Okay, we've got the ceramic shifter that the SV gets.
The plastic one.
The ceramic.
It's the plastic shifter.
And we've got these seats, and then we've got this feature that you were talking about before. It's the body and soul seat.
Which weirdly stands for bass.
Yeah, it's.
But what if it's bass?
It could be bass. It could be a fish.
It could be a fish seat.
Yeah, it could be a marine style
Yeah.
thing for this boat. But they've programmed the seats so that they vibrate.
With the bass of the song.
Yeah.
Or the bass of the song.
The bass of the song, more so than a normal bass system. Actually, I think the BMW iX does something similar. They don't
It's really obvious in this though, and it is kind of fun.
We were trying to figure out if we liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're absolutely popping to music, do you pop to music?
I'm not a popper.
I sound 90 years old.
Yeah.
I was just popping to this record the other day.
Yeah.
It's great because it vibrates and it's this whole.
It's a new dope track.
It creates this sensory experience, this overload. It's fantastic. But even when you're listening to music quietly, it's still vibrating, and that feels like there's a bunch of phones going off in your back.
For me, it wasn't the issue of it being on or off or how good or bad it is. It was trying to figure out how to turn it on for the driver's seat, because it was only on for the passenger seat.
Yeah, so
literally 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like by the clock, 10 minutes to figure out how to turn it on in this absolutely ridiculous infotainment.
So as we found out with the Range Rover, they've moved everything to the screen.
Yeah.
So there are you can just hold the aircon and move it like that. And you can do the same with the volume and
Yeah.
move it up and down like that.
But not as good as a volume knob, but whatever.
Yeah, it's not as good as a volume knob. And then once you start getting into the menus, it's there now, but I'm sure that button was a home button that didn't point to that. Either way, as clean as this looks, this is
Yeah.
a step backwards.
It is a step backwards, no question. But, okay, so this thing definitely hustles. It's deeply impressive in terms of what it can do. But, again, I'm not sure that it's, like, stupid enough to be a big, stupid sports SUV. I like if you're gonna do a sports SUV, it has to be really, really stupid.
Or really, really good.
Well, even
Like the Cayenne Turbo GT is not stupid.
No, it's not stupid at all.
Yeah.
It's just good. But this doesn't really seem to go far enough in one direction or the other.
I think that you'd be saying a different thing if this still had a supercharged V8.
Maybe.
I think
just
the
a little
turbo
bit more drama.
Yeah, think about the F-Pace SVR,
Yeah.
which
yeah,
doesn't
fair
come
enough.
close to this luxury. It's not nearly as
Yeah.
palatial,
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, as a car that's shipping us around England,
It's been doing a great job
It's
of
been
that.
doing good.
And like good points, other than the side-to-side jostling, it is extremely quiet and comfortable. And all the materials are extremely nice. Visually, it's beautiful. I love this spec with the kind of like orangey red leather and the black. I think it looks fantastic.
seats are extraordinarily comfortable.
Extraordinarily comfortable.
I miss not having I miss the sunroof.
Nah, I don't know. I like all the headroom. We got the Alcantara above. It's all good.
It's dark. It's dark in here.
I don't know. know. It's still a very, very cool vehicle, and I enjoy it quite a lot.
I think this makes more sense to me than the normal Range Rover SV.
The normal
I like the SV button.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like the,
Yeah.
the bucket seats, and it really doesn't feel that different.
No, that's the thing. So I just wouldn't do the SV. Like,
But you don't notice the extra power, yeah.
I like a Range Rover a lot, but I just don't know if I would personally opt for the SV because I find that the regular one, just the base one, has enough performance. It's quick, right?
It's bragging rights, though.
That's what it is.
bragging
That's
rights.
yeah. You get the SV one, so yeah. I understand.
The tuning's perfect. Oh. It says a RAF, mate. It says a RAF.
A RAF.
A RAF. It means slow. But we were misreading that at the beginning of this trip, weren't we?
We thought it meant slow as fuck.